This has got the steak and the sizzle.
The tots on this are just crispy and they're flavorful.
This will keep you out of my tots.
Sonic Extra Long Ultimate Cheesesteaks. Yeah, this might keep me out of your tots.
We wear them on our sleeves and give them away. Hearts are important, and we at Cleveland Clinic are the nation's #1 heart program.
People talk about go to Cleveland Clinic, do your research. They're the best. I was extremely grateful for the doctors at Cleveland Clinic.
For every diagnosis, for every triumph, for every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic. If you've been diagnosed with a heart condition, call 855-282-6021.
All you have to do is dish a drink, and your taste buds.
Sounds like happiness.
So many feels.
All the feels.
You do the shimmy when it meets expectations. And the head nod is I'm perfectly satisfied.
Sonic Ultimate Drink Stop.
Count on LEX 18 News.
Tonight, we're tracking the next round of winter, getting ready to blast the bluegrass. What you need to know before you start off the work week, plus how you can prepare for the incoming storm. Our LEX 18 News and Storm Tracker weather team has what you need to know to stay safe. And families are still without power from the last storm, what they're doing to stay warm, and how they plan to make it through the next round of winter weather. LEX 18 News at 6 starts now. Good evening, I'm Nancy Cox.
And I'm Larry Smith. Tonight we have our team spread out as we get ready for this incoming winter storm.
We start with Chief Meteorologist Bill Mick in our studio, tracking the changing conditions as they happen.
All right, and what we are looking at is a significant winter storm coming in. It's going to have the entire gamut of winter precipitation. We're talking freezing rain, sleet, snow, and large quantities of all of these. It's just a question of where those quantities are going to end up. So we have the winter storm warnings. That's what you see in pink, covering just about the entire state until you get to the southeast corner where you see the dark purple. Those are ice storm warnings. Don't be surprised if the ice storm warnings get expanded a couple of counties northwest. And far southeast Kentucky has no advisories at this point. That said, we do have a traveler's advisory for the next few hours. This is for some light freezing drizzle, and it runs from Pulaski County in the south all the way up there toward Morgan County. Monticello is also included there in Wayne County. So again, we've had a little freezing drizzle around this evening, so travel has been slick in a few spots going through eastern Kentucky. But let's get to the big deal storm. Okay, the winter storm warning goes into effect later tonight and will last until Tuesday morning. We've updated the graphic a little bit. There's been a shift north and west. And in fact, over about the last 6 hours, an even more significant shift to the northwest may be taking place. So the bottom line is where it's going to be all snow. And this looks to be now northwest of Lexington where it'll be all snow. You're looking at a 4 to 8 inch plus. Somebody somewhere may end up with a little bit more than that, especially the closer you get to Louisville or the closer you get to Cincinnati. The areas that you see highlighted in the yellow-orange here, there is going to be a lot of sleet that mixes in, but we'll also see a lot of snow. Snowfall accumulation, snow and sleet combined will be in the 2 to 6 inch range, and that does include Lexington. Then to the southeast, the big story is going to be the ice storm. So we're going to get ice on top of ice, and at the very tail end, we'll bring some snow back in. That'll be a trace to 2 inches of snow on top. So here we go. We'll start you at 11 o'clock this evening. Nothing much going on then, but by midnight, back west of 127, you're seeing the first wave, and it's a weaker wave coming, but still snow, sleet, and a little freezing rain can be mixed in your morning commute tomorrow. It'll be doable, but it will be slow. It's going to be one of those things we see on a winter morning sometimes. You will be able to get from point A to point B. It's just going to take you a while. Plan accordingly. Then the bigger wave arrives tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock. You're seeing it invade the I-75 corridor, snow, sleet, and freezing rain. And again, we're going to mix all of these together during the afternoon and evening. The good news is it will get out of here fairly quickly, but it will be intense. Driving is going to become a problem for a lot of folks, and a way to find out how to get around where you need to be, let's go out to meteorologist Emily Goodman. What do you have, Emily?
Well, Bill, yeah, like you mentioned, driving could be pretty tricky coming up over the next 24 to 48 hours. We're no stranger to dicey road conditions, especially in winter. But we've seen the ice, and we could have, like Bill just mentioned, more ice, more sleet, and more snow. So your chances of maybe being stranded on the road are certainly increased. So we've kind of compiled a little list for items that you probably need to keep in your car, so that way you can stay safe in your car. So some of those roads are some of the items that you will probably need are definitely your phone charger. That's probably kind of live and die by our phone. So definitely a phone charger, also a flashlight with extra batteries. You're going to want an ice scraper, maybe a shovel as well. Some experts even suggest having a bag of sand or kitty litter. That's going to help you get out of some of those slick spots and give you some extra traction. Also, definitely the obvious, it's very cold out here, so lots of winter clothing, couple of extra blankets, hats, scarves, gloves, and then last but not least, food and water. I would also recommend that you fill your cars up with gas this afternoon, this evening, and into tonight before all of this winter weather strikes. All right, so LEX 18's Eleanor Buckley has been talking with the folks and the employees at Chevy Chase Hardware, who says that they've been running out of supplies ahead of this storm, but they're hoping to get more soon.
Hi, Emily. Store employees here at Chevy Chase Hardware tell me on Friday they had several tons of salt, but within just a few hours, they were completely sold out. They also sold out of about 50 sleds and another 50 shovels, which completely dissipated their stock yesterday. They're hopeful, though, they will get more supplies in by Monday, but they tell me this is the quickest they've seen supplies go. Since Friday, they tell me they have received dozens of phone calls and several people came in buying hundreds of pounds of salt each.
Basically just dishing them right off of the pallet. You know, people came and went pretty quickly, and once the word got out there, I mean, it was pretty much like a constant rate of it going.
Yeah, we were selling entire pallets at once. We had people come in and buy an entire pallet, which was not expected. We wish we would have got more in, but we didn't know it was going to be that much sold.
Like I said earlier, they're hopeful they'll get more in supplies in on Monday. But again, there is a winter storm coming, so that might not happen. So they tell people to check Facebook and Instagram, where they'll keep updates on what they're getting in. But now we'll send it to Conroy, who's in the studio and has more on how state crews are preparing for the storm.
Well, that's right. Crews will be out across parts of the state tomorrow. As our weather team was just talking about, it's going to be quite the storm that's coming our way. And crews will be out treating overpasses, highways, and bridges. Transportation Secretary Jim Gray said that with a brief break in the weather on Friday and yesterday, salt inventories were replenished, but this ice is going to be risky to drive on. So to be careful and obviously restrict your driving if possible. The Kentucky Division of Emergency Management's Operations Center is still activated and operating at level 4 to help coordinate utility and power crews along with law enforcement to make sure they can respond to situations as they're needed. We're getting a lot of calls also about closings due to the weather, and among the places that will be closed for part of this week, lawmakers' chambers. The House and Senate will not meet on Tuesday, and the final day to file a bill will be on Thursday. As for vaccination clinics, we have not learned if any appointments at the state's Kroger regional sites this week will be impacted by the weather at this time. But we did see that the Woodford County Health Department announced they will postpone their own clinic scheduled for tomorrow, but those who had appointments scheduled will be contacted. Larry, over to you.
Okay, Conroy, thanks for that. Well, the last ice storm knocked out power to thousands of Kentuckians, many of them still without power. Coming up, how some families are working around the lack of electricity and their plans before the next storm hits.
Kentucky's ice storm.
We have been in the trouble zone.
My partner in crime bundled up this morning.
Lexington police have been busy ever since the storm started.
You counted on LEX 18 on every device to help you prepare days in advance.
A significant storm potential.
Keeping you safe, informed, connected.
Images that LEX 18 viewers have sent us.
When severe weather is the big story.
Thousands are still without power.
Count on the most trusted name in local weather. LEX 18, everywhere you need us.
B Windows winter closeout sale.
Wood windows, vinyl windows, patio doors, entry doors, and siding. Help keep our great employees working all winter.
52% discounts plus 10% manufacturer's rebates.
And no payments, no interest for 12 months.
Beatrice, what are you doing here? Everyone's buzzing about buying local. With the recent bee shortage, I'm keeping a colony of bees right in my backyard. The bees that made this honey were cared for and given the attention they needed. That's why UK Federal Credit Union should be your local bank. To learn more, go to ukfcu.org.
I am a real customer of Bryant Heating and Cooling, and I have been now for 11 years. Why do I do this? Because Bryant has always been here for me. I've had units go down, but when I called them, they were here, and they never left my home until I was comfortable. My system gets regular maintenance, so I know that my furnace is going to perform its best, even in the worst conditions. But if it doesn't, Bryant will be here. That's why I do this.
B Windows winter closeout sale.
Wood windows, vinyl windows, patio doors, entry doors, and siding. Help keep our great employees working all winter.
52% discounts plus 10% manufacturer's rebates.
And no payments, no interest for 12 months.
LEX 18 Storm Tracker Weather in partnership with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Clark Energy Cooperative crews continue working to restore power to nearly 10,000 customers affected by last week's ice storm.
With tonight's winter storm on Kentucky's heels, LEX 18's Sophia Millar is talking to people in Clark County who are still waiting for the lights to turn on.
The families here on Shoalsville Road haven't had power for days. Some tell me they've hunkered down and will continue to do so into the coming days. Others tell me they're turning elsewhere for refuge from the cold. Andy and Jade Novian are pretty resourceful people. So when they lost power from the ice storm on Thursday, they had a few ideas.
So we set up a tent in our living room to try to conserve space, and we piled as many blankets, and we brought our pets in there, and we hunkered down for the night in there, which was okay.
Days later, they're still waiting for power to be restored on their street. They say they're doing okay, but their pets aren't handling the cold as well.
It's kind of an icebox in there now.
When the cold got to be too much, they found a hotel room. The Novians came back for the day to check on the house, but if power doesn't come back soon, they may be waiting for the upcoming winter storm to pass from their hotel room.
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not.
I would
also
really like to be in my house, but obviously if we have to, we have to, I guess.
Just down the road from the Novians, Laura Freeman and her husband are relying on the warmth of their gas fireplace.
We are surviving. We've been out of power since 7:30 a.m. Thursday morning.
But Freeman isn't a stranger to the icy conditions.
It was 2008. We were out 6 days, and that's when I bought the generator.
She says they're prepared to go a few days without power if necessary.
We sort of have been through this, and so we have water, we have coffee.
Crews are out on the road trying to restore power before nightfall. However, Clark Energy Cooperative has a lot of ground to cover.
They're working as fast as they can and as safe as they can, and that's really all that matters.
According to the company's most recent outage map, about 1,000 consumers are still waiting for power to be restored, with about 300 in Clark County. Sophia Millar, LEX 18 News.
And make sure you know when the storm is about to hit. Follow the weather developments with our free mobile app. Just search Storm Tracker Weather in your device's app store for 24/7 coverage.
And coming up in weather, we're going to try and simplify what is a very complex weather scenario. Your forecast comes up in a couple minutes.
Your dream car is just one click away at Crossroads Ford. Find your next vehicle without ever leaving the comfort of home. Visit yourforddealer.com to check out our selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs, like the 2021 Ford Escape and the powerful F-150. All this and more at yourforddealer.com.
The shot at the buzzer. And it's good!
Yeah, let's go!
I tell you, he has ice in his veins.
Yeah, let's go!
Oh.
Larry.
Larry!
Larry, it's freezing in here. Get up and call Fayette Heating and Air.
Need help with your furnace? Call Fayette Heating and Air, the official HVAC company of UK Athletics. No heat? Get a $59 system check today.
We're
taking trucks to places they've never been before by setting a new standard of quality, redefining luxury, taking safety to new heights, earning award-winning driver appeal, and by doing what's never been done before.
During the Ram President's Day event, get 0% financing for 72 months. Or well-qualified returning lessees can lease the 2021 Ram 1500 for $329 a month.
After an injury, you may be thinking, okay, now what? Some people think it will all just pass. But know this, that pain can last for a lifetime, and a lifetime is a long time. Others might say, my case is too small. Hell no. Taking a piece of your health forever is a very big deal, and forever means forever. Don't wait. Your time to bring a case is limited. And remember, all law firms are not the same. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
I've wanted to tell you this for a long time, but with another child on the way, I keep putting it off. We've come to a point in our life where we need more space.
You're right. We need a larger home. That's why I applied for a home loan with Community Trust Bank. We've been pre-qualified, so get ready to go house shopping.
At Community Trust Bank, we specialize in new beginnings, building communities built on trust.
Finding your dream car is easy at Crossroads Ford. Find your next vehicle from the comfort of home at yourforddealer.com. Check out the latest incentive. Browse our huge selection of over 200 new and used vehicles and get pre-approved in just minutes. Visit yourforddealer.com today.
All right, everybody take a breath. Let's get through this. It is a lot of stuff to talk about. First off, there's a traveler's advisory for a little bit of freezing drizzle across eastern and southeastern Kentucky. There have been a few slick roads around there this afternoon. That'll last into this evening. Now let's get to the big stuff, and that is going to be the winter storm warning that covers just about the entire area until it becomes an ice storm warning for counties to the east. As things are shifting, as we are coming up now on the event where it's not so much in model land as it is now actually stuff we can look at and measure. This overall trend today has been coming northwest. So that ice storm warning maybe moved a few counties to the northwest before tonight is done and everything gets going tomorrow. We got a lot of stuff coming in here. And with that, it's going to be the whole mishmash of winter precipitation types. We may throw graupel in there just because. But there's going to be an area that's going to be all snow. These are the folks who are snow lovers who will be happy. 4 to 8 inches plus of snow is going to be a potential. Louisville to Cincinnati. So the I-71 corridor may be the sweet spot at this point. But Frankfort, Lawrenceburg, maybe down to Bardstown could be getting into that. Maybe Cynthiana as well. An area that includes Lexington and a good chunk of the bluegrass and up toward Maysville and then down toward Campbellsville. Sleet may end up being the dominant player. Now, sleet is a snow killer. It is an accumulation killer. What it does is, it falls hard and it does accumulate, but sleet is itty-bitty stuff, and it takes a lot for that to start piling up. And so that's why we're saying 2 to 6 inches of snow and sleet put together. And again, that does include Lexington. That may go down to Richmond, out toward Mount Sterling and Moorhead. Then the ice storm. And there is going to be a lot of ice out of this. And we're then seeing a little snow on the back end, but that includes Somerset, London, Jackson, Hazard, over toward West Liberty, down to Williamsburg, Monticello. Let's watch how this whole thing develops. And we're looking all the way down here to Texas. Watch the advancing of the snow there. What's interesting, heavy snow down almost to Houston, snowing into the Gulf of Mexico, coming across Louisiana and Mississippi. Geographically, this storm is immense. It is rare to see a storm of this magnitude. So when does it begin to arrive? We get wave number 1 coming in later on tonight in the hours after midnight. So there's 3 o'clock, starting to accumulate a little snow, and there will be freezing rain on the southern flank of this. By the time we're at 10 a.m. tomorrow, that first wave is gone. But again, you're seeing some accumulating snow left behind. That's all going to be light. You will be able to get around. It's just going to take you longer. Then the big stuff begins to arrive. And again, there's been a northward shift to the heavier snow by 5 o'clock, maybe back toward the 127 corridor, but we will see snow and sleet accumulating throughout central Kentucky. You notice in the southeast, we didn't put any freezing rain on there, but you notice there's not a lot of snow falling out there either by the time we roll through Tuesday. So, amounts. These are ballpark numbers. Adjust them a little bit. And for some of us, this will be a combination of both snow and sleet. So again, you're seeing the Lexington there maybe around 4, but how quickly you get down to less than 2 around Richmond. But then you get into the 5 and 6 inch rain up to the north and northwest, to give you an idea with that. They moved into eastern Kentucky. West Liberty and Campton may not accumulate much snow at all, but you will have sleet and freezing rain. By the time you get up to Maysville, it's close to 5 inches. Mount Sterling maybe closer to 2. As we move to the southeast, we're not even going to bother showing you snow totals. These are the ice accumulations. And with that, north of the Hal Rogers, we may pick up a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch of ice, maybe a little bit more. That's going to be ice on top of ice. That is a bad scenario. And by the time we get you into the lakes, same idea. We're looking at the ice totals here. It's a 1/4 to around a 1/2 inch. Maybe some folks end up with a little bit more. And again, we've been seeing the freezing drizzle around as we've gone through this afternoon and heading into this evening. So again, a slick spot cannot be ruled out. On the President's Day storm, tomorrow's President's Day. First wave tonight, it's a nuisance by comparison. It's still going to cause you hassles, but compared to what's coming, for the President's Day storm, high confidence that there's going to be a lot of stuff out there. Low confidence in the ratios, how much snow versus sleet versus freezing rain. And we can do this all again later on in the week. So somebody's going to feel cheated. They're going to go, where's my snow? Because you end up with a whole bunch of sleet and maybe some freezing rain. This is a high-intensity storm compared to the long-duration event we had last week. The storm's mixing Arctic air and tropical moisture, and boy, it is a high impact with lasting problems for both travel and maybe power interests as well. Here comes wave number 1. That's the one that'll end up being the big problem. So we get the first wave out of here tomorrow morning. Here comes the second. It arrives tomorrow afternoon. The afternoon commute tomorrow is going to be a pain. We then get you into Monday night into Tuesday. The leftovers may make Tuesday morning's commute very difficult as well. Freezing drizzle this evening. We're looking at freezing rain, sleet, and snow redeveloping later tonight. We're in the low 20s tomorrow. Winter storm warning. Morning rain, ice, freezing rain, ice, and snow. Heavy ice and snow afternoon going on into the evening. Temperatures will be in the mid-20s. You're looking at the snow ending on Tuesday, really cold on Wednesday. Another winter storm threat on Thursday. And we calm down heading toward the weekend.
Well, for more live weather coverage, our team will be on Facebook Live starting at 9 o'clock tonight. You can also tune in on our website, LEX18.com, and our mobile apps on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, and Apple TV. And we'll be back on the air tonight at 11 right here on LEX 18.
But we're not finished. Still ahead, Eli takes a look back at Kentucky's much-needed win over Auburn. Plus, the volleyball team continues to dominate in the SEC. Highlights from the matchup with Georgia next.
Save big during Lexington Overstock's President's Day warehouse sale. Plush Jackson sofa only $447. Pillow top hybrid queen mattress set just $297. Plus get 12-month interest-free financing. Don't miss our President's Day sale Friday through Monday at Lexington Overstock Warehouse.
You thought you were the only ones who'd go someplace just because you liked the name of the town. The only ones who didn't just want to see the world, but needed to explore every corner of it. You thought you were the only ones. Until you discovered others just like you. Jeep Cherokee, there's only one.
Now get 0% financing for 84 months. Or well-qualified returning lessees can lease the 2021 Jeep Cherokee Latitude Luxe for $249 a month.
What is banking your way?
It means we were finally able to buy a house with a backyard for Max. Didn't I right, Max?
It means I get a fresh start at rebuilding my credit. Gotta run.
It means I can grow my rental business with more properties. Not even close.
It means I can get a great loan to buy a new car. Because I need one.
Doing things your way. That's our way at Park Community Credit Union.
We can't wait any longer. The President's Day sale is going on now at PRAD. Save up to 50% off with up to 5 years interest-free. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic power adjustable sets, plus get a free bed in a bag. Get a king for the price of a queen or queen for full. Beauty Rest plush pillow top. Don't pay $29.99, $10.99. Serta buyout. Don't pay $9.99 for this memory foam queen set. Just $4.99 plus a free power base upgrade.
Nobody beats PRAD's. Hooligan's Forge, Central Kentucky's true hand-forged knife shop. Heirloom quality craftsmanship using 1095 high-carbon steel with an astounding sharp edge. Custom orders always welcome. Hooligan's Forge, hand-forging man's first tool in Lexington.
LEX 18 News, getting you the answers and help you need in one place. With The Rebound, Kentucky. Go to LEX18.com/rebound.
Hey, welcome back. Kentucky snapped a 4-game losing streak on Saturday against a resilient Auburn team. The Wildcats, they nearly let a 14-point lead slip away, but their resilience prevailed in the final minute. Finally, Davion Mintz, he hit the go-ahead three-pointer with 30 seconds to play. The second game in a row, he's hit a clutch three with the game on the line. It was also in the exact same spot as that shot that he had against Arkansas last Tuesday. John Calipari talked about his team needing a reward for their hard work this season, and they got it yesterday with a win during crunch time.
I'm just telling you guys, right now, I want this team to finish and be something people talk about for the next 20 years. I'm trying to get them to believe what I believe. And I'm trying to motivate them that way. I'm trying to hug them and be positive. Yet, here's the tightrope, guys. You got to hold them accountable. If we continue to grow and come together as a team and limit these turnovers, because we're not trying to be heroes, we're trying to play basketball as a team and keep defending and blocking shots and rebounding, winning will take care of itself.
And the UK women return to the floor tomorrow evening at Florida. Lucky them, they're not in this cruddy weather around here. The Wildcats are coming off a big win over Tennessee on Thursday. Kentucky, they've won 5 of the last 6 against Florida, but the Gators have won 2 of the last 4 when it's played in Gainesville. Tip-off is scheduled for 7 p.m., and you can watch it on the SEC network. The third-ranked volleyball team staying hot after completing their weekend sweep over Georgia today. That's now 27 straight sets. 27 straight sets the Wildcats have won. They've improved to 12-0 on the season. Allie Stumler led the Cats with 18 kills, while Avery Skinner added 10. Kentucky will return to Memorial Coliseum next weekend to host South Carolina. We also had some baseball news today. Kentucky was supposed to have its season opener next weekend. That has now been postponed, or I should say canceled, against North Carolina due to COVID-19 protocols within the program. We'll be right back after this.
Find your perfect match at Don Franklin Hyundai. Save $5,000 off MSRP on remaining all-new 2020 Sonatas and Santa Fe's. Plus, save $4,000 off MSRP on all-new 2020 Elantras left in stock. Hurry into Kentucky's #1 Hyundai dealer today.
How did you put that cat face on me?
It's a filter. I can make you look like a dog, too.
Well, I just got the new mobile app from Monticello Bank. They've completely updated it. It's more secure. I can pay bills. I can even deposit checks just by taking a picture.
Wow, that's cooler than a cat filter.
Grandpa still knows a thing or two.
So, can you transfer some money into my money market account?